Welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about getting a consistent contact on your iron shots. It's talking you through the common things I tend to see with golfers. So what I want to look at today is really staying centered, and I've got a little station set up here to help give me feedback on whether I stay centered or not in my golf swing. And then when we do stay centered, the ideal thing will happen is my back will actually rotate more correctly. What I mean by that is when I rotate in the backswing, I want to make sure that I am not forward bending too much. And you can see here my head went behind the ball here. I am extending my back and side bending the right amount to stay centered. And that's the key thing. What I see with a lot of golfers is they either lose height, gain height, or move too much side to side, which means it's very hard to get consistency with a low point where we make contact with the ball. So just to be clear for the guys out there that might not understand what low point is really where the club will bottom out in the arc of our swing. Now, normality, it would be kind of somewhere around about this logo here on my left armpit. That would be the normal low point of the golf swing if you have a generally orthodox swing, if you like. So a lot of golfers that I would teach, so recreational golfers, their low point will be too far back. Mostly because they either move away from the golf ball on the backswing or move away from the golf ball on the way down. So the trail side is going further away at contact, meaning the club interacts with the ground too early. And we tend to hit the big ball before the little ball, or we tend to hit the ball very clean indeed, or even top the ball. So what I want to talk about today is moving our head correctly and moving our spine correctly to stay centered to deliver that low point more consistently. This is not about stack and tilting. This is about what I'd call a centered pivot, basically, and still rotating. I also would have no issue with a slight bit of movement to the right, probably with an iron shot up to about 1 inch. So if I drew a line in the center of my head here, making sure that this line stayed somewhere in my head and probably go to somewhere like the middle of my eye, but no further than that. It's a very centered look. Okay, so if I take my setup to this golf ball here, you'll notice here that this ball is just ever so slightly to the side of my head. If I just go this way a little bit more, sorry, to get a bit more square on. So it's just ever so. And what I want to do from here is make a backswing and make sure my head does not make contact with the ball. So there's a tiny bit of play there. And all I've got here is a foam ball on an alignment rod set up from my tool bag here. So everyone can do this as long as you have an alignment rod. So in order to create that swing, I'm trying to feel I side bend, so laterally flex here, left side flex, if you like, on the top of my backswing, in order to make sure I don't move in what I'd call forward bend. So this would be forward bending, this would be back extending this way, and this would be side bending, okay? So I'm left side bending on my backswing to stay centered as I would rotate, and that is the correct way I'd want you to rotate into the backswing. So again, just take a step to a golf ball, ball to the side of my head, making a backswing, feeling that left side bending, and if I overdid it, you'll see how I come away from that golf ball. That's almost the feeling I want to have within this drill. Now obviously if you make some swings and you hit this ball straight away, that'll give you that feedback indeed to what you're doing. Getting feedback from the practice station for me is important. Whenever we use a constraint like this, I want it to give me feedback. I want to know if I've moved too much or not moved enough, or I want my body to be feeling differently when I make a different swing. That's ideal. So something like this that gives me that feedback, if no one's watching me, then that can help me learn on my own. And then all we're doing then is looking at the contact on the golf ball, and if that learning phase helps me improve my contact, then I have a win-win situation. So let's just try a ball. So I'm going to take my address position. Again, head just to the side of that golf ball. Make a swing, top of the backswing, make sure again I'm missing it. And then I'm going to go ahead and make contact with the ball if I can. So let's try another one. Again, get some feedback from where the ball is in space. Rehearse that swing. Okay, and a really solid strike there. Definitely a lower ball flight than I would normally hit, which I kind of expect. because it's making my angle of attack go a little bit more down than normal, which mine could do with going about 1 degree more down. That's absolutely fine. So that would be the station and how we would practice. And again, what we're after is that consistency of striking the ground and ball in the same area every single time. Ball then ground. So turf after the golf ball, ideally. Nice little divot after the golf ball, and that kind of contact point in about that second groove of the golf club. We're looking for that consistently. So if you feel your contact is inconsistent, your low point is inconsistent, have a go at this centered swing, making sure we side bend left a little bit more in order to get that centered pivot and get that delivery of the contact point more consistent every single time. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Got regular content coming all the time, 3 times a week. Also chat below. Tell me what kind of videos you want to hear from me. I'll make sure I come back to you with videos that are appropriate for you and videos that you're going to enjoy a lot more. Thanks for watching again. Catch you again here soon.